me, Jen, back like a heart attack. Hopefully this week I'll be able to upload this on time and stop sounding like I'm trying to imitate Markiplier. I don't know what that was. I think I just got nervous and my voice gets deeper and louder, and that's how I try to cover it up. Anyway, you know what this is? My animation video diary, so let's get to it. Now this week, in the Animatic side of things, I have started cleaning up this scene in particular. Starting us off, let's see what this cleaned up part looks like.
I've taken to you. So strong!
That's about as much as I've cleaned up on that part of the scene. At least Hop Hop, because, let's face it, he's easier to draw. And now on to new stuff that you have never seen before. There we go. There we go. This is the new scene, and as you can see, my lovely background in all of its magnificent, messy, sketchy glory. It's almost like I don't draw backgrounds enough because I'm lazy. Well, that's basically what it looks like so far. I swear it's gonna be cleaned up later. I swear. So, now I'm going to play what I've got for this scene, and hopefully you can see what's going on.
Consider yourself well in.
And there you have it. Short, but that's what's going on now. He just kind of bounces into frame, and the line is, consider yourself well in. That's what's going on right now. I know it doesn't look like I've done a whole lot with the Animatic this week, but a lot of my time was taken up by cleaning up, because cleanup is a pain in the butt. And also I have some super secret projects going on that you guys can't know about until later. So, other than that, I've done actually a couple of other things, starting with a new My Friends in Distant Land title card. Ta-da! I had a title card design before, but I wasn't satisfied with it. It needed to be updated to make it look, I don't know, fancier and more like a silent film title card from back in the era, because this story takes place in 1912. And if you haven't heard about me talking distant land stuff before, I'm going to talk about it now, so brace yourselves. Y'all buckled up, kiddos? 'Cause here we go! Now, My Friends in Distant Land, I want to be kind of like this weird, twisted sort of fairy tale kind of story. Because since this takes place in 1912, children's stories from that decade and prior were weird. Like, really, really weird. I mean, if you've ever read Alice in Wonderland and The Wizard of Oz and things like that, that's kind of what my inspiration is.
Oh yeah, that's obvious, Jen. I mean, look at your title, My Friends in Distant Land, Alice in Wonderland. I sense a conspiracy here.
I swear it's not entirely a ripoff of Alice in Wonderland. It's got its own story and lore, whereas Alice in Wonderland was more experience-based, which was kind of what my first drafts of Distant Land were like. They were kind of these weird slice of life, experience kinds of stories. No real plot to it. And while that was okay, I got really, really bored with it. So instead, I decided to give it a lot more plot and build some world. Right now, I'm pretty satisfied with where it's going. And it's because I went in a different direction, I have a lot more confidence in it. And I think some of you out there have some confidence too, since Donovan Peterman and Christian Rudnicki, you have volunteered to be voice actors, and I'm incredibly flattered. Thank you guys so much. It's hard to believe that anybody actually has some faith in me or any of my projects, but here we are. Woo! And I also completed something else this week. In terms of a character turnaround. And I'm also going to talk about this character a bit. I hope I don't get too long-winded for you guys, because I can talk about this story and its characters for hours, probably, because I am a dork. Keep this in mind. I am a dork. So, here we have Van Von Fang, the vampire. He is one of 3 main characters of this story. His part is that he's supposed to be the info guy, sort of. While he's not classically educated, he's very worldly. He has lived on both sides, the human side of the world and the monster side of the world, since all vampires were humans once. So he understands how both sides operate and can give that information to Catherine, who we will discuss another day. His current place now is that he's also a bit of a foil to Catherine. While she's very rigid and stiff, Fangy is more loose and willing to have more fun. He's pretty open-minded to things, where Catherine is not. So he's there to teach her to loosen up, have a little fun, while she teaches him to take some responsibility and have some courage. 'Cause that's the thing he lacks. Despite being a monster, he's a scaredy cat. Now, in previous iterations of this character, he was just kind of this obnoxious teenager who liked to pull pranks and annoy people for kicks. He was kind of this side character. You didn't see him very often. But now he's got a more prominent place, and I think the story is better for it. That's really all I have to say on this character without delving into the layers upon layers of backstory. So, that's all for now. I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye!